up, y'all? It's me, Erica, and we are down here. Peace, y'all. Take care of each other. Protect your energy.
What's up, everybody? It's me, Erica, and we are down here, honey, to talk about what's happening on the blogs, okay? So, I am going to actually do a little rolling of the J's while we're talking, because we don't really have anything to talk about. So let me go to... I'm going to go to, I was going to take a picture of myself. I want to go to Instagram.
I sponsor the blog.
Let me tell you something.
And see what was going on. I don't want to read that. Did not want to start off with that at all. Let me go to the Jasmine brand. We'll start off with the ladies first. All right. Beach forcibly taken from Black family in the 1920s and returned to their descendants this summer is being sold back to LA by the Bruce family for $20 million. It says Bruce's Beach was acquired in 1912 to establish a Black resort during the period of pervasive racial segregation. Willa and Charles Bruce paid $1,225 for 2 lots of beachfront property. The 2 parcels were seized by municipal court in 1924, which was located in the affluent city of Manhattan Beach. According to Los Angeles official who announced the sale, the Bruce family would already be wealthy if their property had not been forcibly taken. 6 months ago, LA County politicians agreed to the historic transaction. They would restore 2 pieces of oceanfront property in Manhattan Beach to the Bruce family for the first instance of the government returning stolen land to a Black family. Remember, we talked about this. The county revealed a surprising turn of events. The family plans to sell the Bruce's Beach lots back to LA County for approximately $20 million. Attorney George Featherly, who represents the Bruce family, says the family no longer foresees a long-term financial gain from the property. Zoning restrictions will prevent the family from developing the land. The area is now designated solely for public use. Attorney Featherly stated, "I think we all need to respect the family's decision to know what is in the best interest. All properties have until the end of January to complete the deal." What do y'all think about that? The government gave the land that they stole back to its rightful owners, and the family doesn't feel that owning the property is lucrative because it is only zoned for public use. I don't understand why they would sell it. I feel like you should get somebody to manage it and then use it for public, or even, I don't know about selling it to LA County, but I would definitely rent it to LA County. Rent it to LA County. I would say in perpetuity. You can rent it and we're going to go up on the rent every 10 years. Oh yeah, that's what I would have suggested to do. That's what I would suggest to do. I don't know about selling it. Let's see what some of the comments say. Hold up, this seems that this was always the agreement. It's too much like right when I first heard about it. Wow, you hold on to that, you sell it back. Forget the money. You work hard to leave a legacy and your descendants don't understand generational wealth and just want money. A whole beach. It says it's designated a public area. They can't build or develop anything on it. They're not building generational wealth by owning land that can't be profited from. The thing is, Los Angeles is so expensive now and overcluttered. Back then, they could have expanded and profited and invested so much. Now they'll be breaking their backs to take the land and still intimidation, in my opinion. It says you definitely need to reread this. The beach is for public use only. They cannot dine it back into a resort to make money. They didn't need to pay it to get back. So however much they sell it back is a gain for this generation of the Bruce family. The land is zoned for public use, which means they can't develop anything on it and would be responsible for taxes. They would need to have the area. Why does every black family let their land go? Because of taxes. See, that's why I say in y'all little reparations requests, y'all need to say black people who have homes, that land is property tax exempt, along with your federal tax exemptions. That's what I think. When your little reparations request, ask for federal tax exemptions and property tax exemptions. Yes, that's everybody always loses their land because of taxes. Don't nobody want to pay the property taxes. And that's the goop. It's like you're paying property taxes for stolen land. It's wild as hell, but that's what I think. Pete, when you ask for reparations, that should be part of your reparations ask, is exempt property taxes and federal taxes. So they couldn't lease the land to LA County? That's what I'm saying. Could be guaranteed, right, in perpetuity, right. That's what I would have said. I would have suggested, like, y'all don't want to just lease it or rent it or lease it to LA County for their use. If they want to use it in perpetuity, would they still be responsible for the taxes? Why not? You getting the money, lease it for a crazy amount. Find out how much, what other public properties are owned by private people. Yeah, ask them how much much it costs for sports teams to lease the stadiums that they're in, because they don't own those stadiums. That's owned by somebody else, right? And then the sports team just uses it. So find out how much that costs, and then like try to see, like, I don't know, there's some professionals that can give y'all some advice, but I don't know if I would sell it back. $20 million. I mean, you could create generational wealth off of $20 million if you invested and did the right thing by it. But I would lease it in perpetuity, and y'all just keep paying me. We do a contract, every 10 years. We renew contract every 10 years. We up the lease every 10 years or every 15 years or every 20 years, whatever the term is. But I wouldn't do that. Tell me what y'all think. Okay, let's go to the next one. Andy Cohen drops the F-bomb on live TV while discussing his displeasure with the new TikTok celeb death trend. Let's hear what Andy said.
Okay, hold on. Right into tonight's Jackal. It goes to the viral TikTok trend where people pull a hilarious prank by telling their parents their favorite celebrity has suddenly died. Right. Now, for the last 2 weeks, people have been sending me videos of their loved ones being told, "I'm dead." I have no desire to experience people's reactions to me dying. I am scared enough of dying in reality without having to watch bizarre simulations of it over and over again. So let me be clear. Don't make, distribute, or tag me in any Andy Cohen death reaction videos, you freaks. Why is this even a thing? It's not even funny. On a side note, that's the first time I've ever done that on this show. For your tears, I was very touched, then horribly depressed. Stop now, you TikTokers.
He said, stop with this fucking. Yeah, because it's stupid. Don't nobody want to see that. I mean, you should say, I would say somebody who was already dead. Oh my God. Oh my God, did y'all know Betty White died? And then they'd be like, then, you don't know if they would know. Some people may not know. Some people died and you'd be like, I didn't know so-and-so died. You know what I'm saying? That's what I would have done. It was Angela Bassett's son coming to apologize to the world for me. He was like, he said that Michael B. Jordan was his idol. Not so fast. Wait. Let's edit that out. I don't know about him being your idol, but yeah, it was him. But I'm sure that's like the worst. People sending Andy or whoever, oh my God, this was somebody's reaction to you dying. Girl, no ma'am. No ma'am. No ma'am. Okay, let's see what else is going on. Let's see. I should be sitting up straighter, huh? Todd Chrisley refutes rumors that he's gay and had an affair with his former business associate. There's better to be had by Todd Chrisley than that. Todd Chrisley has denied rumors that he's gay and his sexual relationship with his former business colleague Mark Braddock. The reality star is preparing to surrender to the Florida prison to serve a 12-year sentence after he took a moment to refute reports that he is engaged in a homosexual affair. Come on, homosexual. You homosexual? Where are you from? Wasn't they from Atlanta? Are you a homosexual? Shout out to Terry Joe. Matt Braddock claims he had an intimate relationship with Chrisley in the early 2000s. The Chrisley Knows Best star stated on his podcast, what insulted me most is that out of all these 54 years, for me to finally be accused of being with a man, it would be someone who looked like Mark Braddock. He's shading you. Y'all know y'all was hunching in the back, but I ain't that small spoon at Baskin Robbins. I'm a whole scoop. You don't just get a sample here. What? This is one thing that's most insulting, to say I could pull something better than that. There's better to be had by Todd Chrisley than that. Chrisley, charged with fraud and tax evasion, took shots at Braddock's looks, labeling him a toad and someone that looks like a thumb. Girl, you was... Wait, but this is the man that busted them out. This is the man that told on them. That's why he told on you. See how you treat him? That's why he told on you. So Todd Chrisley... Do y'all think Todd Chrisley is gay? I don't even know what kind of question that is. Bisexual. Is you a bisexual or a homosexual? What are you? He said he's heterosexual. Okay? He's hetero. Girl, I don't know about all that. Krishan Rock says she'll be walking down the aisle in October. My wedding will be in October. That's what she said. Maybe she's marrying herself. Gabrielle Union says she's always felt entitled to cheat during her first marriage due to being the breadwinner. Whoever has the most gets to do whatever they want. Hold on, let me see. I saved it on the other site. I said Gabrielle Union ain't shit. Hold on, let me see what she said. She basically said that it was toxicity that she learned, dysfunction that she learned, that whoever makes the most money in the home can do whatever the hell they want. So I want to read you what is said here. She was on a podcast, but I also want to read some of the comments. Neighbors, we have heard a lot of rumors when it comes to Gabrielle Union and her dating life, and it looks like the actress is confirming a big one. During an interview on Armchair Expert with Dak Shepard podcast, Armchair Expert with Dak Shepard podcast. That's too much. She admitted to cheating on. She admitted to cheating on during her marriage to ex-NFL player Chris Howard in the 2000s. In our first marriage, neither one of us felt like the marriage should get in the way of our dating, Union said. I was paying all the bills. I was working my ass off. I felt like that's what comes. That's the spoils of riches, she said. Like my dad before me, whoever has the most gets to do whatever the hell they want is what I thought. She added, it was dysfunctional from day one. Here's the kicker. As for whether she feels guilty about it, Gabby says she wishes she felt more guilt about it because at this time, she doesn't. I said, Gabrielle Union ain't shit. But that's how a lot of people feel. A lot of men, right? A lot of men feel like that because they feel like if they're the breadwinners that that she could do whatever she wants to do. Honestly, the state of relationships today, this was the wrong time to release this information. We didn't need this information. I said Gabby ain't shit. And this is why men feel this way. So sad. It's not who pays the bills, Lord. That's how men feel when they're primary breadwinner. Just throw love, commitment, honor your vows away. That's wild. LMLAO. The internet makes me hate relationships more and more. Instead of cheating, just leave. This is probably why she forgave her now husband, but I understand how she felt in the same breath. Ouch. And ladies, this is how some men who pay the bills feel. Remember, always have your own. This is why men are supposed to be providers. No women will submit if she's paying most of the bills. Listen, honey, nobody's submitting to nothing. You're not a fucking animal, okay? You don't submit to no fucking body, okay? I don't give a damn how much money he makes. Get that shit out of your head. You don't need no man to do nothing for you to submit. You don't submit to anyone, okay? Very valid point, because that's what the other gender justifies as it all the time. The gag is half of these niggas ain't the breadwinners, okay? Let's just start there. Let's look at the stats, because the stats say y'all playing a game. And y'all letting the world believe he's the breadwinner, so his ego won't be shot to hell, because they have defined manhood in a weird fucking way where they say they have to be the protector and the provider because they have penises and they're stronger. Get that shit out of here. That shit is so played out. I feel like this too. I'm glad someone said it before I did, especially when he's stuck on his PS4. I would casually just leave out the door. She also admits it was dysfunctional way of thinking. Exactly. So that's how a lot of people think. A lot of people think like that. I do the most. I can do the most. If this is true, wow at her mindset. She said it was dysfunctional, ma'am. Are y'all see? That's the one thing I know about. I recognize about people. They take out a piece of the conversation, and they only give us a piece, right? But you take out a piece of a piece and then just focus on that. She literally said it was dysfunctional, but she don't feel guilty about it. It was dysfunctional, but I don't feel guilty about doing it. And that's the one thing that I like about people. Just be forthright and transparent and honest. People are not going to like it. No, but not 100% of people are going to like everything that you have to say. And who wants that? Who wants to be around people who always agree with everything you say? But the part that is most important is that you express yourself honestly and truthfully. Some people are going to like it. Some people are not going to like it. I feel like in this, what they've shared with us, that she was honest, especially at the end with saying, I don't feel guilty about it. It was dysfunctional. Yes. And then to another person's point, that's probably why she forgave Dwayne Wade. So let me know what y'all think. Okay. All right, let's see what else. Oh, Dave & Buster's co-founder James Buster Corley dead at 72 from suspected suicide. Very sad news, according to an official company statement. And James Buster's Corley's family, the entrepreneur died of a self-inflicted gunshot wound on Monday. Dallas police discovered Corley after he reportedly shot himself at his house near White Rock Lane. Corley was brought to a nearby hospital where he died. A rep for the popular adult arcade told the media outlet that he will be remembered as an innovative and creative force with his pioneering spirit. His daughter informed a local news station that her father had not been the same after having stroke a few months ago. Buster Corley had a stroke 4 months ago that caused severe damage to the communication and personality part of his brain. Kate Corley disclosed in a statement of the network. The family asked for privacy at this time. James and his business partner, David Cornevu, founded the first Dave & Buster's in Dallas in 1982. Dave reportedly won a coin toss to have his name listed first. Our thoughts and prayers are with the loved ones of James Buster Corley. That's sad. You know, I think that happens when people die by suicide, when their quality of life is suffering. They're like, what's the point, you know? And I can imagine it being frustrating, especially for those parts of the brain to be compromised, communication and personality part. So, you know, that's really sad. And that was probably the reason why he died by suicide, because his quality of life was compromised. So shout out to Dave & Buster's. I don't think I've ever been to a Dave & Buster's. Have I ever been to a Dave & Buster's? I don't think I've ever been to a Dave & Buster's. I don't think I've ever been to Dave & Buster's. Yeah, shocker. Have y'all? Anybody else never been to a Dave & Buster's? I've never been to Dave & Buster's. I don't think I have. I'm going through my memory. I'm trying to think like, have I? Let me think. I don't think I have. I can say I don't think I have. I don't remember ever being at a Dave & Buster's. I don't think I have, no. I've been to other adult like game playing spaces, but not Dave & Buster's. Okay, anyways, so shout out to him and his family. The next story, girl. Do y'all agree? Young Jock says Nia Long and Ime Udoka would still be together if the Celtics didn't publicly expose the cheating scandal. Here he goes.
In his family. And that's why she spoke out. Like, it's like, damn, like, y'all didn't consider the unit you're about to break up. Because to be honest, had that been kept in house and the disciplinary actions were taking place, if they took place quietly, her and that man would probably still be together. But that big slap in the face publicly, she just hear about it via internet. She had to cut ties. I'm gonna keep it 100. That's what made her say that. Make that statement that she made. You can listen. You could hear what a person's saying by what they don't say. She said, nobody thought about me and my son, my husband. Nobody cared. Nobody thought about that. Y'all didn't think this was gonna be humiliating. You didn't think this was gonna destroy my family.
This is coming from the village slut. Young Jock got like what, 11 kids, and had and married. I just want to be married, man. Married Kendra. Had a whole baby. A whole baby on Kendra. The truth is, a lot of women would stay. We just talked about this, right? Cheating, putting your life at risk is not a deal breaker for a lot of women, because we have been socialized to accept that that's just what men do. That's just what they do. That's just what they do. They're dishonorable in their marriages. They lack self-control. They're not disciplined. You know that they develop slower than you, and then you grow up and ask them to lead you somewhere with your dumb ass. But a lot of the time, you accept it. It's acceptable. Men cheating is acceptable for a lot of people. For a lot of people, it's not a deal breaker. Kendra is a perfect example. She married literally married the village slut. Literally an attorney, real estate attorney, married the village whore. And then they had a break, and this nigga stuck his raw dick in somebody and had a baby while they were on a break. And she still just want to be married, man. She just want to be married. She just want to be married. So you pick the whore of town to marry, the community dick to marry. So that's why they think people will stay, because there's women like Kendra out there. There are women who will stay. It don't matter. It doesn't matter that he put your life at risk. You don't know who he's sleeping with, who he's sticking his dick in, sliding his dick in and out of somebody's pussy, and then come and sharing that dick with you. And you don't know where this woman has been, who she's been with before that. You don't know. But that's just what men do. They lack self-control. They don't honor their commitments. They dishonor their families. That's just what they do. So when you have the village whore who is actually married, right? And the woman married him after he had a baby on her and they were just on a break. Can you imagine being on a break and he is comfortable enough in that break to have raw sex with somebody? And they had a baby, girl. Not just having sex, he impregnated her. And then you had to act like on the show that you were so distraught. And then you went on and married him. And you went and did it. When I feel like a brain scan needs to happen, because how and why? There's not that much love in the world. I'm sorry. That shit is crazy to me. And then you're on, girl, I don't even want to get into Love and Hip Hop reunion. I mean, yeah, it was the reunion. Girl, looking a mess on stage. Girl, like what? Over Jock? That's why he thinks like this. Because a lot of women do stay. Let's read some of the comments. Child, this coming from a man. Shout out to Q. This coming from a man that cheated on all the women he's dated. Him and Future should hook up and make music. Men expect women to stay with men who put their lives at risk by cheating, because privately a lot of women stay, even though that man risked your life. Someone said men feel entitled to be forgiven for some reason. No, it's not for some reason. It is patriarchy, where the man can do whatever he wants to do. If the woman does the same thing, she's vilified. But the man can do whatever. The way that patriarchy works, in a way, it starts in utero. It starts from the time they start telling you that girls develop faster than boys. So now all of this responsibility is put on you. They don't develop as fast as you. And then for some reason, y'all forget that. And then, there's some of you who do get married and act like your spouse is your child. And you take joy in acting like this man is incompetent and can't do shit for himself. But he's the head of household. Y'all don't see the grift. Y'all don't see the grift. Oh, okay. Then when you break up with them over infidelity, they accuse you of ruining the relationship. It's crazy. Jock had a whole baby on Kendra and she married him just to be married. You married though. That's the one thing. Y'all married like Luann. I was talking to Diva the other day about Luann losing her countess title over community dick. Can you imagine how embarrassing that is in your journal? It's like, girl, I was the Countess Luann, and then I got with Tom Agostini and lost my countess title, and all along this man was community dick. You lost your title over community dick, girl. Over some dick. Community dick. The one that everybody has had. Or maybe, just maybe, they'd still be together if he didn't cheat. Right. He cheats and everyone is supposed to just sweep it under the rug as if they didn't know his family unit was at stake. Why do men always want women to accept cheating? I agree. She was with him for years, just engaged forever, but staying and working things out privately. No, she probably didn't really want to be married. That's another thing. She probably didn't really want to be married. But I was watching Love and Hip Hop reunion last night. It was last night. And Alexis Sky, because, okay, Freshers has known his child's mother since they were in the 8th grade. They've been together this entire time. he's done what niggas do. She wants to still get married. She left him for 2 years. They're back together. She wants to have a wedding. The wedding, he says, cost $250,000. So she wants a wedding. He says, no, with $250,000, we can invest it. We can, do things for our family. She says, no. She says, why don't you want to get married? He says, I do want to get married. I just don't want to have a $250,000 wedding. He says, I do want to get married if you just want to go to the courthouse. And she says, no, I'm not a courthouse type of bitch. But you engaged for 16 years type of bitch. Like, what is the difference? What is the difference? And then the men, the way they're talking here, Scrap, the real thing is that you care enough about her to give her your last name. Like, yikes. And then Alexa Sky goes, because all women want to get married. They want to have a wedding. Every girl wants a wedding. Because that's what it is. You want to be chosen by this weirdo who has disrespected you for so many years. And at the end of all of that disrespect and turmoil and all of this shit that you've gone through with him, he's the prize. He's waiting for you at the end of the aisle. Here I am. Now you've legally bound yourself to me. Y'all don't see the grift? Just to have a wedding. Just to have a wedding. I want y'all to marry yourselves. I do. I want y'all to marry yourselves. Somebody says, truth, women care more about the humiliation and embarrassment more than the infidelity. That's what nobody wants to be, like, publicly humiliated. That's what it is. A lot of women take their L's in silence, but these are public figures. So we use the public figures, unfortunately, we use their whatever they have going on, and we can learn and apply it in our lives, or learn from their mistakes, or get inspired by them, or whatever. But the truth is, it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing that you are with a person who doesn't respect you. And then it's like this thing that you're expected to stay with someone who doesn't respect you. That, I think, comes into people who have like weird ideas about relationships. Maybe they witnessed weird relationships growing up, and so they're more accepting of that kind of like template. You know what I'm saying? So,
taken in his family.
Girl, when I tell you, when Candace said Giselle was a shell, just a shell, and a lot of shells have a bunch of funky insides, honey, a shell is a shell, and they often have funky insides. I added or nothing at all. That's exactly what Giselle is.
It also just kind of gave me
this is Candace talking to Carlos King.
Energy coming from a woman who doesn't have that at home. This is just something that she does. Giselle has a history, and there's a reputation there of her being fast in her past, and her being loose in her past.
Come on,
These are facts. I'm not making this up. So I see her flirting with Chris, and it's like, oh, po thing, just po thing. That's cute. It never.
You said po thing or poke thing?
Po. P-O apostrophe. Po. Po thing. It's just you can't ask for more from someone who can only give you less than half. Like I can't. It never bothered me. So he may be attracted. She's a beautiful woman. I'm attracted to Giselle. She's a beautiful woman.
I'm attracted to Giselle. Giselle's gorgeous. Okay. Yes, I agree.
Listen, she's beautiful, but a shell is a shell, okay? And shells often have funky insides, and that's one.
Yeah. Shout out to Candace Dillard Bassett. and Giselle Bryant. Giselle Bryant. A shell, honey. Just a mediocre. See, this lashes keeps this. A mediocre shell. A shell looks beautiful on the outside, but on the inside, honey, it's a hot mess. Anyways, I hope Madison goes live today. We'll hopefully see her go live. Okay, let me go back. Let's see what else. I think that's it for today, y'all. I think we talked about enough. Yeah, I think we're all caught up. I haven't looked at what's on. I mean, I looked at a little bit for this morning, but hold on, let me see. No, we don't want to hear that. I'm still. I'm still here. Yes. Y'all, okay, this is the last story. Man who drove wife and kids off a California cliff has been arrested and charged with attempted murder. 41-year-old Dharmesh Patel from Pasadena has been arrested and charged with attempted murder and child abuse as cops suspect he intentionally drove his Tesla off the cliff in California with his 2 children and wife inside. The vehicle reportedly fell 250 feet before colliding with rocks just feet before PCH on Monday morning, but miraculously the family managed to survive. In a statement made by California Highway Patrol, however, there appears to be a reason to believe that Patel, a well-known physician, may have purposely driven the car off of the cliff. CHP investigators worked throughout the night interviewing witnesses and gathering evidence from the scene. Based on the evidence collected, investigators developed probable cause to believe the incident was an intentional act. Investigators have also ruled out a possibility that Patel's Tesla may have been an autopilot when it crashed, furthering double down on the beliefs that Patel allegedly had a particular motive, which they hope to uncover as the investigation continues. The entire family managed to survive. So we'll see what the mom and the children say. Wow. Well, the little kids, they're little. They're little in this picture. I don't know how old this picture is. What? Look at the, oh my God. They managed to survive. Oh my God. So we'll see if they update. They need to keep us updated on this. That's crazy. Anyways, y'all, that's our time. Let's go. I gotta go. Take care of each other. Protect your energy. Let's get down in the comments. Peace.